Claire Pearsall first, former government special advisor on immigration. Afternoon to you, Claire.
Hi, afternoon.
Nice to have you with us. So listen, when you were in the Home Office and this would come up, I mean, what was it? Was it a kind of an eyes roll moment? Oh, here we go again. It's the unfathomable immigration conundrum, the Gordian knot of contemporary politics. No one can solve it. Nobody knows what to do. What was the deal? What was it like? What was the mood music in the average immigration meeting over there at Home Office HQ?
Every single day was one of those sort of chaos days. You would get in the morning and you'd want to put your head in your hands in about 10 minutes. It was always an inevitable point that came up was, what do we do about the levels of migration into the United Kingdom? Now, bear in mind, I was there in 2018 and 2019. We didn't have the level of small boats. I think we did our pieces when we reached the dizzy heights of 200 people coming across. But we did have issues with lorries, people being shoved into the back of those, into container ships. So that problem has never, ever gone away. But I think that what you're looking at with the Labour government is rank hypocrisy, given that every time we had a deportation flight looking to take off, every single representation against it was from a Labour MP. We would have endless communications coming across from Labour MPs, including Sir Keir Starmer, Diane Abbott, Angela Rayner, and you would never get anything off the ground. So it is just absolutely amazing that they can trumpet this as some kind of success when they have voted against every single Conservative immigration policy in existence.
But they'll still say, Claire, because you're absolutely correct, that, well, these figures are higher than the year before, which the last time we looked, the Tories were in charge. So we're doing better, believe it or not, than the Conservatives.
Because they're picking the countries that they're returning people to, which is in fact easier to do so. If you look at the countries they've returned to, Brazil, Albania, France, those are relatively simple countries to return people who have overstayed a visa or people that have been here with no right to remain. You can easily find them and put them on a flight to go home. Most people go voluntarily, especially when you look at the numbers returning to Albania. And that's not to forget that the UK government will also pay them £3,000 to return home. So it's not quite as they're suggesting. When you look at the amount of people that have come across the Channel, for example, last year that was 36,000, and the top countries are Afghanistan, Sudan, Eritrea, and Iran. You're not going to return to those countries. You have no agreement to do so. So I think they're being really disingenuous when they say that this is the start of solving the problem.
Yeah. If they kept up that momentum to the tune of 50,000 deportations a year, I mean, is that going to give the Conservative front bench the wobbles? And would it give Reform UK a run for their money?
And it's a really big word, if they were able to do that, then yeah, absolutely. We all have to sit there and say that they have succeeded where we have failed, and Reform would have to put across that this is what they want. But it isn't going to happen. Under no circumstances are they going to be able to remove that many people when you don't have agreements in the countries that most of these people are coming from. So I find this is all very much a sort of show and tell aspect of Labour. Look how tough we are. Aren't we great? Let's nick something from the Trump playbook to make ourselves look really good and strong. But realistically, they've got no policies to back it up, and I don't think they've actually got the will to carry it through.
There it is, Claire. Thank you, Claire Pearsall, former government special advisor on immigration.